Hello everyone, this is Dr. Muffin 1080, and this is kind of just my startup video. I'm going to be talking about Last of Us Part 2 news, Uncharted: The Lost Legacy. I'm a really big Naughty Dog fan, so I'm going to be talking about their stuff a lot, just behind their development, any news that I can scrounge up, and if there's any other games that I'm interested in, I'm going to post that too. Just any gaming news that I'm interested in, but it's mostly going to be Naughty Dog and Last of Us Part 2, Uncharted Lost Legacy, any Uncharted stuff also. So, um, The Last of Us Part 2 recently just came out at PSX 2016. It was the closing announcement at the presentation, and wow, it just blew me away. I was kind of expecting it. I was being very optimistic. That's the reason I waited around for the whole presentation. I was watching it on my phone live, and I saw the trees like at the start of the trailer. The music sounded very Last of Us. I'm like, okay, this has got to be the trailer. And then we see the Firefly logo. I'm like, okay, this is badass. I just screamed hell yeah in the middle of my room, scaring the hell out of my dog. Um, and so I see the rest of the trailer. I see Ellie with the guitar. I see that she's much older. I don't know her age exactly, though. I see Joel. Don't really see his face, so I couldn't really see how old he was, but he didn't look much older than he was originally, which was around 48. And it just, the trailer just blew me away, and I was very excited for what was to come. And I figured out that they were later. Ellie's 19, so that puts Joel around 53, so he can still easily kick ass. But um, so later, a lot of people on the internet were saying that Joel is dead, and I just I really disagree with that. And they're like, because as you can see in the trailer, Joel is coming like into the house from the light, and Ellie just says like, I'm gonna find and I'm gonna kill every last one of them. She's very pissed off, and people are saying like, oh, she's gonna find and she's gonna kill every last one of them because she's mad that Joel is dead. And Joel is just like, she's kind of just seeing his ghost. I I really disagree with that. I mean, it is a very plausible theory, but so in like these recent Naughty Dog games, like Uncharted 3, definitely The Last of Us though, and Uncharted 4, definitely Last of Us and Uncharted 4. The AI has been a crucial part of gameplay. Friendly AI. They assist you incredibly, and I don't think that they're going to completely throw that away with just Joel being a figment of her imagination. Because if he's just a figment of her imagination, there's no way he's really going to help her in combat. Because Ellie is the main playable character in this. They confirmed that at the panel. Neil Druckmann, the director of The Last of Us Part 2, which I'm excited about. Um, so if Joel is dead and he's just a figment of her imagination just walking around with her, there's no way that they're really going to implement that into combat, because a figment of your imagination can't really kick ass with you. Um, so yeah, I'm thinking that with this new hardware that's going to be coming, well, not really hardware, this new tech that's coming like with the game, like what they can do with the PS4, they're going to really want to show how intelligent the friendly AI is. And so that's why I don't think that Joel is dead. It's more of like gameplay purposes, and I just don't think that that story is plausible. So also you have so yeah, Neil Druckmann just said at the panel it was him. So Neil Druckmann was at the panel at PSX. It was him, Ashley Johnson, who plays Ellie, Troy Baker, who plays Joel, and the guy who was like in charge of the panel was his name is Andy McNamara, I think, from Game Informer. He was kind of just like asking the questions, and so Neil Druckmann said that yes, you do play as Ellie, which I am excited about. I'm excited because she's now like she's a woman. She's not like the little girl that she was, so she's gonna be more powerful, but she's a lot more stealthy than Joel, so it's gonna like change up gameplay options. Also, he said that the theme of this game is hate. So while Last of Us was more of like a theme of compassion and love and just the connection that goes on between Joel and Ellie, this one is just hate like throughout the whole game, and so it's going to be obviously a lot darker of a game. And I mean, I don't know how they're going to do that, but it will be. I'm sure of that. And so they also Ellie has a tattoo. I don't really know what. I'm guessing it's to cover up her bite, because if people see that bite, they're gonna be like, okay, we gotta kill her. She has a bite. She's infected. So I'm guessing it's to cover up that. However, the tattoo, it's like it has a flower. There could be a meaning behind the flower. They're probably gonna go more into that when you get to the story. Then, like at the panel, Neil Druckmann was talking about the music, and Andy from Game Informer asked him like a question about the music, and Druckmann stated, yeah, so Gustavo Santi, oh my God, how am I forgetting the name? I think Santiala, Gustavo Santiala is composing this again. He was the composer for the first game, and Gustavo just he knocked it out of the park. I mean, he was already a movie composer who did great work, and he captured the feel amazingly. And at the panel, they showed off a new track for The Last of Us Part 2 with some concept art, and you can look at it on YouTube. You can look at it at the panel near the end. It definitely captures the feel of The Last of Us. It's a really good piece. I don't think they're gonna go downhill with the music. I think it can only go up. And so, also, some bad news about the game though is Bruce Straley, the director for The Last of Us, is not here. Like he's taking a sabbatical. He's taking a vacation. I mean, he deserves it. He has directed. He was an art director for Uncharted Drake's Fortune. He was the game director for Uncharted 2, The Last of Us, Uncharted 4. He's one of my favorite people in the industry, so he definitely deserves a break. I mean, game development is very hard, but I don't know. I think that the game can only be better if he was there. So, while I think he definitely deserves the break, I really just wanted him. I'd rather have him there. It's a little selfish of me, but I feel like he can only make the gameplay better. And then we have they announced a writer over Twitter, Haley Gross. She has worked on Westworld. I think episodes 4 and 10. So that Westworld is a pretty big TV show. It's been getting a lot of good reception. It's on HBO, and so I think that I'm pretty sure she's capable, and she's with Neil Druckmann, who's more than capable in my opinion. So, he won a Writers Guild Award. So yeah, so that's just some news. We got it. We got the co-writer, and for the game director, because Neil Druckmann is definitely the creative director. I actually got into a tiny Twitter feud because I said that I was like, okay, so who's the game director? And this guy was like, oh, so Neil Druckmann, he's the director. And I'm like, no, well, yeah, he's the creative director, but who the hell? Oh, I didn't say who the hell, but I was like, who's the game director? Because there's always a game director. And he's like, just Neil Druckmann. I'm like, no, but there's always a game director. Like, it's creative. Neil Druckmann is the creative director. And the guy's like, okay, well, it's just Neil Druckmann soloing it, but he actually got really pissed off. He's like, fuck you, man. And I was like, okay, you're getting a little. I didn't respond after that because I thought, oh, okay, I'm right. But turns out the guy was right, and Neil Druckmann is soloing this one. So just props to Neil Druckmann for all the hard work that he's doing. Hopefully he can do this without Bruce Straley just soloing the creative direction. Bruce Straley's always only going to be gone for a year, so maybe he will get back and start working on the game after his year vacation. And that's kind of about it. Oh no, never mind. One more thing. So Andy McNamara, the guy for Game Informer, I was on Game Informer earlier today, and I decided, oh, okay, so let's look at one of their their show, Game Informer show, and they were talking about The Last of Us Part 2, and I've been really wanting to know the development period for The Last of Us Part 2 because I want to know when it comes out. They have not set a release date. They have an idea of when it will come out, but Neil Druckmann is like, we have learned not to tell anyone when exactly it's going to come out. We've learned from the past because of Uncharted 4's constant delays. And so Andy McNamara asked him earlier this year when he was done with Uncharted 4, he's like, so what are you working on? And Neil Druckmann's like, oh, I have a project that I'm working on. And Andy McNamara was like, oh my God, you deserve a break. He said something like that. But Neil Druckmann's like, oh no, I wanted to get back into working on something. And so that just shows that Neil Druckmann has been working right off the bat on this game, even after Uncharted 4, because like after they had released it at PSX, he's like, so Andy McNamara asked Druckmann, he's like, so this is what you've been working on? And Druckmann was like, yeah, this was what I told you about. And I mean, he had even been working on it like before he started on Uncharted 4. He like during Left Behind development, he had started writing the story because he had told Ashley Johnson about it at a restaurant. He told her the Left Behind story and what he had for for Part 2. But this is when he is officially starting to work on it completely. And so when am I expecting a release date? I want to say 2019, or like kind of summer 2019, early 2019, because they wanted to release this trailer at E3. So that means if it was supposed to be a later trailer, then we're going to be seeing stuff later on. I just feel like it's going to be released later in 2019. Some people are saying like 2020, and I'm like, no, that's not happening. So it's either going to be 2018 or 2019, the way game development works. I wish it was 2018 because this is going to be one of the longest waits of my life, but it's probably going to be 2019. I hope I'm wrong though. So yeah, that is just all the news I got for The Last of Us Part 2. Check with me again because I'm going to do some Uncharted Lost Legacy stuff. And this is Dr. Muffin 1080 signing out. Thank you.